All right, 0 frames dropped so far. Let's see if Amazon will pick back up. I think we're good. That was a nice quick fix. I think we're back to norm. Oh, maybe not for YouTube though. Let's see. I think YouTube made us a new live stream. Yeah, we're good. Cool. Awesome. Crisis averted. I do have to get chat over again, so let's do that. No big deal. This is the best part about going live is being live. We're just doing it live. That was me at first. Nope. Just a minor little hiccup. Life happens. But guess what? All is good now. How do we sound? It's a little different, but hey. We get to test stuff out, so. All right. Now that we got that fixed, guys, welcome. My name is Trey. This is Topic Tech, where the topic is tech. Today, we're going to be spending some time maybe getting a new stream PC. I think maybe my PC's dying. It just started randomly dropping frames. Didn't change anything. How I fixed it, I just stopped the stream and restarted it back over. So it might be time. This bad boy's been through a lot. 4 years of strenuous daily streams. So it's about time. So maybe 3 years actually. I'm not sure when I built it. But guys, welcome. So going in the carousel, listen off in the carousel real fast. We have a couple of laptops, desktops that I want to talk about that I would recommend if you are looking for a new PC. First things first is this one here. And let me get rid of my stinger real fast. We have it in the carousel down below, but this is one of the ones that I've found over the months that has still stayed at similar price continuously, so that's one great thing. But as one of the newest Intel processors, the i5 10th series, as well as a GTX 1650 Ti. This one's pretty good because it also gives you my favorite thing about this is a 256 gigabyte NVMe SSD, which is probably the best improvement to this PC, is having that particular hard drive to boot it up. So a lot of times we'll talk about it. I actually have one here today. I was going to install it on my wife's PC, but I don't have the right camera angles for, building a PC. So unfortunately can't do that. Not yet anyways. But yeah, $899. This one's not bad. My favorite one though, under the $1,000 price range, so for $50 more. This one's a brand new one that just came out from ASUS that gives you even newer tech and a bit of a powerful CPU and GPU. So actually, yeah, I want to spend more time on this one. But this is the TUF series. So their ASUS TUF series is one of the ones they build the laptop to last. It's got a lot more durability built into it, as well as just toughness throughout the entire body of it. But really good power is what's built into it. So you have the i7 11th generation, or the 11370, which is the newest CPU out in the i7 series for laptops. It does only have 8 gigs of RAM, but 8 gigs of RAM is more than enough for most games that are out there. If you go into the system settings, let's say you want to play Apex Legends. Apex Legends, one of the top battle royale games right now that a lot of people are diving into. If you go into the recommended system settings, it only recommends 8 gigabytes. So that's a pretty high-end graphical game. It's high-paced and lots of graphics and things moving around. 8 gigs is going to be what they recommend. So you should be more than fine with that much memory in this laptop. So, and again, I always recommend having a laptop as like a secondary gaming console, not your main. You can get away with a lot of stuff with this one, but it's definitely better to have a desktop. In my opinion, definitely better to have a desktop gaming PC. You have better cooling, you have more power, you have more reliability and stability. Well, this one's not going to be unreliable or unstable. It's just the desktop gives you more for that particular impact to a computer. So better cooling is the main thing. So a laptop, you're looking at this chassis. You don't have very big fans in here, and then you don't have a lot of room for airflow to, flow through. But this one's still going to be designed pretty well compared to other laptops for those particular reasons. So it has 83 blades of fans, which is pretty cool. 4 outlets. So you have plenty of airflow coming through this particular laptop. And then you have a self-cleaning cooling mode, or enhanced self-cleaning. So it keeps that dust and stuff. And what it does is it spins the fans really fast, stops them, spins them again, stops them. And it just helps clean that interior out a little bit for it as well too. The other big thing with this one that I really like is it is a lot more drop resistant, shake resistant, humidity, heat, cold. Because if you ever use a laptop and you use it for its purpose, like taking it with you traveling, it's definitely going to get some bumps and bruises. I know my laptops over the years, going through airports, putting it into backpacks, throw it in the backseat of your car, it gets a little dinged up here and there. So something that's a lot better with this particular laptop is it's got military grade toughness built into it, with the mindset that you are getting, really good specs in it as well too. High-end CPU, the RTX 3050 Ti, so it's a high-end GPU, one of the newest GPUs that are out there, especially for laptops. And all this for under $1,000, and shipped and sold by Amazon. So you'll get this as soon as Sunday. So pretty fast, which is pretty great. So I like it. So if I were to buy a laptop today, this will definitely be on top of my list, next to a couple other ones. More specifically, this next one for just $100 more. This one's made by Lenovo Legion 5. So this is again another laptop I would recommend if you're looking for a new gaming laptop, if you're doing gaming, or if you're just wanting a powerhouse to kind of power you through the next couple of years. This is a great secondary computer to have in your arsenal to take with you on the go as well too. So again, another big benefit is this one, instead of Intel, this one has the newest AMD processor. So spec for spec, or if you had to pin them up against each other, AMD does have a bit more power for multitasking now as well as gaming. Plus this one's going to have 16 gigs of RAM versus the Asus we were just looking at had 8 gigabytes of RAM. So you're getting a bit more RAM in this one, and for that $100 difference, that kind of pays for it right there alone. The other big thing is this has a 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD. Again, one of my favorite things is having NVMe drives in computers, because this is the biggest benefit or the biggest differentiator in a lot of gaming stuff nowadays. Even the new consoles, the new PS5 and the Xbox Series X, uses NVMe technology in their game consoles to give you that instant impact or instant gaming effect for you to take advantage of. One of the really cool features that's coming out for Windows 11, which is something that's a free upgrade with any PC that you have that has Windows 10. So if you buy this PC today, and I think it's like November, December, they said end of this year, Windows is going to be releasing Windows 11 for free as long as you have Windows 10, and you can upgrade to that easily. And one of the cool features that's been listed in the beta is it's going to be able to access gaming hardware a lot faster, or gaming software a lot faster if you have the compatible hardware. So this is one of the compatible hardwares to make that experience on your desktop a better experience. So it's one really cool thing. One reason why I always recommend now NVMe drives. And this one has 512 in it. It's not a lot, especially when you start talking about the heavier games. Apex Legends just had a 52 gigabyte update. I think 52, or it was in the 50s. 52 gigabyte update just a couple days ago. So not only that, but having the game installed, plus other games and other software and applications. 512 gigabytes nowadays doesn't go very far. Now, for me, I put a lot of my stuff, all my important documents, even video files that I do for recordings, I have a lot of that stored in the cloud. But it does still take up internal space if you want to have access to it on your computer. So you still want to have extra space. So one cool thing is you could, with any of these laptops that we talked about today, they'll have an additional hard drive bay for an M.2 slot, so you can add this. And right now, this is in the carousel for $109 for a 1 terabyte NVMe hard drive. I'll highlight it real fast for you guys and show it to you. Actually, I'll even put the link in chat. I'll do you one more solid, make it even easier for you. I'll give you guys a link to click. Oops. So that is this right here. It is the NVMe hard drive. One of the big things about this is it directly connects to your motherboard, and it's going to give you speeds of upwards to 3,500 megabits per second. So you're talking about anywhere up to 6 times faster from your traditional SSD hard drive. And the price of these being so low now, they're in comparison to an SSD, you can get these for cheaper than an SSD at the same capacity. The only problem is you don't have a lot of these slots most of the time on your desktop. I think move right now is to buy a PC if you don't want to wait for parts to be available. Very, very good point, Edgar, and thanks for your comment. So my advice right now, and that's spoiler alert, if you don't have the parts already, if you don't have the GPU or the CPU or motherboard or anything like that, specifically just the GPU, it's going to be much harder to get your hands on a GPU to build your PC. You can get almost all the other parts, no problem, but either you're buying a GPU at twice or 3 times the MSRP price, or you're getting a secondhand, potentially older model for the MSRP of its generation pricing. So it's really tough to sit here and recommend building a PC if you don't have the extra funds to put into the GPU. Now, if you're lucky, you can find one out there for a good price, but that's if you're lucky. If you're shopping here on Amazon, which we all love and do, you're not going to be as lucky. So if I look, for example, RTX 3070, right here, $15.99, $13.59, $11.19. Not bad, but the 3070, the MSRP costs for these are generally under $700. So, relatively, I mean, you can't get one for $700, so you're kind of stuck with it. Now, if you're wanting to get the best bang for your buck, then your best deal is to, in my opinion, buy a PC that already has the graphics card you want into it, and then add the parts that you want as well to it as well. You can even get a whole new case. You can buy a PC pre-built, and we have a couple in the carousel, and then buy a new case, and you can take all the parts out of the old PC. You can change out the power supply if that's important to you. You can change out the motherboard even. But that GPU is the most priceless thing, because you're not paying a premium for the GPU. The premium that you're most likely paying is anywhere from $100 to $200 more. And that's for them building it, the manpower of them building that PC for you. So we've done it before in the past. We can do it today if we want to, is price out an entire PC and putting the MSRP price of the GPU and compare it to some of the PCs that we have in the carousel that I recommend. And Double A, hey, what's up, man? Hello. What's the pros and cons of building and versus buying? Right now, the pro or the con is pricing. Getting the GPU is going to be twice, if not 3 times the price than you would normally pay for that particular GPU. Now, I say normally pay, but these are the prices that they are, and they have been for over a year now. So it's kind of the normal price point. So the MSRP, I feel like we're never going to see that anymore. So if you want to build it, you should have to be okay with paying $1,100 for 3070, and I really want a 3080. So I'm going to either have to bite the bullet and pay $1,800 for a 3080, so $1,799 EVGA, which they only have one left in stock. I'd have to bite the bullet and pay $1,799 for this 3080, which will give me the improvements in the performance that I want, just not at the price point I want to pay it at. So as long as you're okay with paying the price for the GPU, then absolutely. Building your own PC is going to give you way more flexibility. You can get really detailed down to color scheming, and most importantly, future proofing or setting yourself up for upgrades in the future. So the GPU is one thing, but your CPU, having the right motherboard and the right components to store these types of hard drives, so you can get better motherboard that has 4 hard drive bays, or you can get a CPU that can be overclocked really easily. So those are all things that you can do differently than buying one that's pre-built, because you don't really get to pick all the pieces out. If that makes sense. So the markup. Well, it's on Amazon, but these are shipped and sold by third party. So it's not Amazon's doing. It's the third party shippers and sellers. Which I'm also a third party. I've shipped and sold things here on Amazon, like my GPUs, my past Intel CPUs. I would sell them here used. I mark it as used, and I'd sell it. It was not, over what I paid, but I got pretty close to what I paid for it. I mean, it was, still had the box, still great condition, and anybody can sell on Amazon, which is great. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, so, and just talking about like laptops specifically, it's hard. You can't really build a laptop, at least to my knowledge. Still, there's no easy way to buy parts to integrate or put into a laptop nowadays. So you've got to kind of buy those straight from the factory, which there's a lot of laptops that are now very competitive in comparison to your desktops nowadays. So like the one we just looked at from Legion, that one having a 30, hold on, let me go back to it. We'll pull it up. This one having a 3050 Ti. This is a powerful GPU. So this 3050 Ti is just as strong, if not stronger. Actually, let me look up the 3050 Ti versus a 2080. RTX 2080. Okay, never mind. The 3050 Ti is not as powerful. It's up there, but it's not the 2080 still kind of trumps it in performance, basically across the board. So I take that back. Facts are RTX 2080 is still really good for a desktop. So yeah. But still, the rest of this PC, NVMe hard drive, Ryzen 5 or 5800H, as well as this is going to have, if I'm not mistaken, this had 144 hertz monitor. (165 hertz). Yeah, so this has built into a laptop. Having a 165 hertz monitor. Some desktops, like if you have a built PC, unless you spent money on that monitor, you most likely just have a 60 hertz monitor. So this laptop having 165 hertz built right into it. Now that will affect the battery life or the battery performance dramatically when you have it in 165. But beyond that, if you have it plugged up, you're hunky dory. So this also has 3D audio, ultimate performance with the 2nd gen RTX architecture. So gaming in RTX. This game, Cyberpunk, definitely a good one. I really enjoyed it. People didn't like it because it came out. I feel like it got delayed and then delayed and delayed, and it still had bugs when it did come out. So I think a lot of it's gotten fixed now. So if you are interested in playing Cyberpunk, now is the time. It's definitely worth it. I really enjoyed the story. The gameplay was a lot of fun. And it had a bad rap, or left people with a bad taste in their mouth. But it's genuinely a very good game. We're talking about Cyberpunk 2077. But yeah, 15-inch gaming laptop. This one having, all the extra bells and whistles, and still just breaking over 1,000. I feel like it's a great price. Great price, great point, and it's going to be, a great secondary or main computer. Actually, a good main computer. TBH. Speaking of main PCs or desktops, here's one that I actually recommend. Still, great price. It's made by CyberPower. And this is where I was talking about where I would recommend just starting somewhere and then upgrading from there. So this is very similar to the one my wife has. This is made by CyberPower. It's got plenty of potential for room to grow into it as well too. So as we're looking at it, here we have 4 DIMMs of hard drive, or not hard drive, but RAM slots. So you can upgrade this times 4. It has 8 gigabytes in here now, so you can put up to 32 gigabytes if that was your fancy. Again, like I said, most games nowadays only require or recommend 8 gigabytes just to run it. So as a recommended amount of RAM, but you can easily add another slot in there or get a dual kit and upgrade that from there to something a little higher too. So it also has an NVMe hard drive already installed. So 500 gigabytes already installed in there. Now I would upgrade this at some point. $100 gives you 1 terabyte out of this one here. Well, it's 109. And it's very simple to install. There's one screw there. I'll zoom in. This is what it'll look like on your computer if you have an open slot or if you have a bay for this. It's normally in between your CPU and your GPU. It's like on the actual motherboard in that area. Sometimes it's right underneath the GPU as well too. So sometimes you might have to remove the GPU in order to get to it. But this is where you would upgrade or add your NVMe hard drive. If you buy a new PC, can I get your old one? No, sorry. All of my old PC or parts go to my wife. So yeah, sorry, man. Hello, Singa. What's up? Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're just talking about gaming PCs or PCs in general and upgrading them. So right now, so building a PC, the difference between building a PC and buying a PC, if you can get, the main thing is if you can get a GPU, either from here on Amazon or maybe a local micro center that will have it in stock, but there's chances are it won't. You can keep checking. You can add it to your, like, find a GPU that you want. So I prefer, or I'd really like to have an Asus GPU. So the Asus, because my motherboard is also Asus, so they'll communicate very well together. Asus RTX 3080. And then you can even consider, wait, where is it? There it is. So here's the this is a 3090. Here's the white edition. Oh wow, I didn't know they had this. Add it to your wish list. So if you see a drop price, it could sometimes Amazon sends you notifications to your smartphone or your email, letting you know the price of something has dropped if that's too much that you want to spend. So PC Phil, hey, what's up, man? TGIF, yes, it is finally Friday, man. It's been a long week, but a short week. August is just beginning, and we got a lot of things to do this month as well too. So it's pretty cool to have that first Friday of August. This is the first one, right? Yeah. 1st of August was Sunday, so yeah, this is our first Friday of the month. But yeah, so building a PC, starting with this one at $949, so under $1,000. You do have some things that you do have to add. I would recommend adding is like a bigger hard drive, and that's it. And then just don't touch it until you can get a good GPU for a better price. But once you do upgrade the GPU, that is something else that I do want to point out is the CPU in these, or sorry, not the CPU, the PSU, the power supply unit, are normally not going to be powerful enough to push a stronger graphics card. So like if you do plan on upgrading to a 20,000 series or a 30,000 or a 3,000 series RTX, you will most likely have to upgrade the power supply as well. Let me see what this one, power supply. Oh, actually, this one comes with a 600 watts, so you might actually be okay. Wait. Is it saying that's what it came with, or? Yeah, I'm not sure. Then it doesn't have it listed on the actual site, so I'm not gonna go off of just comments. But just keep in mind that that is one thing that you will most likely have to replace is the power supply as well as the GPU if you were to upgrade it. So yeah, that's one PC that I recommend under $1,000. Now jumping into a different price point, but also from a brand that I really like that's pretty popular here on Amazon is SkyTech. And it's not only because they have tech in their name like I do. But this one's a right under 2,000, but you're getting the RTX 3070. You're also getting a 1 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe SSD, 240 millimeter AIO, which is for cooling for the CPU, which is, I feel like, very cool, very impressive. A 650 watt gold PSU, so you're not going to need, because that's going to power the 3070, even a 3080 in the future if you need be. Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM in here as well too. So this is a powerhouse already ready and built to go. And the cool thing is this is shipped and sold by Amazon, so you can get this as early as Wednesday with no problem. PLS, no. Sorry, AA. You'll have to work and get your own PC, man. Sorry, bro. And they do have different configurations. I'm not sure what this other one is. $100 less. I don't really see the difference. Okay, it's the AIO. Okay, I see. So this is air cooled versus AIO. Got it. So yeah. Which power supply is your favorite? Good question. I currently use two different types. I have a Corsair 850 RM. This one. And I mean, the only thing that I cared about the power supply was the wattage, obviously, but being fully modular. That's super important, especially if you want to have a nice clean case when you build your PC, if you're piecing it together. One, you can also do custom cables, so you can have actual different color cables if you wanted to. I just wanted to go with black anyway, so it comes with black cables because I just wanted mine to be just solid dark. I don't really care for the aesthetics. I didn't. My next one, I do want to care for the aesthetics of how it looks. I think we're gonna do a red, white, and black theme the next time I build a PC. So we'll have like white cables with a red, like 2 or 3 red stripes within it. But I use the Corsair and also use a Thermalake in my stream PC. I've had this one, the stream PC, for longer. Thermalake. It's also an 850. I don't remember the brand or the model of it. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the brand or the model was. But if I were to buy another power supply, it would be the Corsair. So I think they're pretty reliable. I mean, mine's been running just fine. And just plug in, plug and play. Pretty awesome. I know, the weekend's almost here. Dano, it is. It is. Pretty excited. Pretty awesome and exciting. Oh, I lost this. Did I? I did. So just looking at this, SkyTech. So SkyTech's a brand that makes PCs. Like that's their brand. That is what they do. Is they make and build PCs. And they give you the best performance and reliability. So all these parts are already built. You don't have to wait for them to be custom built and wait weeks, sometimes months. These will come straight to you. They're waiting for you to order and pick them up. So that's one great thing about them. But yeah, the main thing with this particular one, it's a really cool, clean interior. So the GPU's there, the CPU and the RAM is here. You still have extra slots for extra RAM, but then you also have the PSUs on the top instead of on the bottom. A lot of PCs doing water cooling. Would you recommend fan cooling? It's up to you. I prefer water cooling. Well, the internal AIOs, that type of water cooling. I am kind of interested in water piping or doing like internal loop of cooling, but I'm never going to need that performance for having. It's cool looking, but the risk that you have in that type of build, because if a pipe cracks or leaks, you could potentially ruin your entire PC. So I'd rather just do the AIOs that also have that potential that could happen. But yeah, so there are some fans that will run cooler than an AIO, and it just depends on the fan that you use. But in my profession and what I've used and built, fans always make noise. There's almost never, and even the AIOs will have noise as well too. So there's not, if anything, the fans, because if you're doing a fan, normally it's a bigger fan. The bigger the fan, the louder the sound is. And if that's important, then I would do water cooling. That's just me. I haven't found a good fan that is not super. Noxia fans, I forgot to spell it. These are some of the best rated fans, even in one of the Amazon choices. They're only $14. Really good brand. But these are designed to have faster rotations, so 1700 RPMs, and high performance plus not have a lot of sound. And it's air cooled. But that's just the thing. You can just get these fans, replace them on your water cooler, AIO, and you get the best of both worlds. You get lower sounds but higher performance, and you can use these fans still. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. This is the traditional color for them. It's like tan and brown. But yeah, those are the fans. Those are the only fans that I know of that have the performance of higher speeds or high RPMs as well as cooling. So, hey, great question. Thanks for asking. But yeah, I would recommend for your CPU, anyways. I would recommend doing an AIO, which stands for all in one. I think. Actually, don't know. I use Thermalake. I think no. I'm using a Corsair one. Sorry. I'm using. Oh, they don't have the one that I'm using. Oh, here it is. Here it is. H100. And I'll link this in chat for you both on YouTube and on Amazon. This is their older one. It doesn't have any RGBs. I didn't really care for color. Things are inside of my case. So there's the Amazon link. And then let me get the YouTube one. They have others that are out there now. Here is their H15 or H150. So you see all the fans have their own individual colors, as well as the head that goes on the CPU has its own colorway as well too. So you can customize those within the PC to match all the same, or you can do like rainbow colors. You can get really like specific with it. $175, not bad, especially for this style. But yeah, the one I really want is it's the Razer, the NZXT Kraken. That has an LCD on it. If I can find it, I don't know if it's available here. They have some that have LCDs for like the temperature, and that's helpful. It's nice to be able to see that at a glance. Don't remember what it's called. I guess this might be it, I guess. Oh, it is it. Okay. This is it. It is called the Kraken. So that display can be changed to whatever you want. You can have it be a GIF, a picture, a video, basically whatever you want. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, if I were to build a new PC, this one's the 140 millimeter version. They also have a 240 millimeter version. Oh, is Gigabit have an LCD fan now as well too? LCD display. Hey.
What's up, guys?
Oh, that's a video. Hey, interesting. I think it only shows the temperature though. I don't think you can change it. Would be nice. But yeah. The Kraken Z, yes, that's a nice one. Yeah. Next PC, which I don't see myself building a new PC. I say that next week I'm ordering parts, but I don't really want to build a new PC. Yeah, I don't really want to build a new PC or need a new computer anytime soon, unless my PC breaks, which let's hope it doesn't break. One can only hope. Speaking of building a PC, the next things we're going to talk about parts. So, like I was saying before, you can piece and build together your own PC. If you already have a GPU, like I already have an RTX 2080, which is still a very powerful GPU for any game that's out right now. I played Cyberpunk, which to my knowledge is one of the most graphically inclined games. I played it on full spec, no issues, no problem. RTX, I was running over 60 FPS, and it looked fantastic. It ran fine for me. So I have a GPU already. If I were wanting to upgrade anything else, it would be the CPU, RAM, and everything else about the computer. Motherboard. So speaking of motherboards, here's a AMD motherboard. This is for the newest Ryzen 5 series, or the Zen 3. That gives you a lot of really cool bells and whistles at a very good price, in my opinion. So if it were me to build a PC today, this is where I would start if I were doing AMD. Which couple of cool things. HDMI 2.1. That's pretty big for a desktop. That's going to give you full 4K at 120 hertz plus if you're running it out HDMI. Now you can get that through DisplayPort already, but HDMI 2.1 is I think the highest standard HDMI port that you can get right now. So that's pretty cool. 2.5 gigabits of LAN data. I think it's 2 of them, isn't it? No, it's just one port. So you can get up to 2.5 gigabits of data or internet to this particular motherboard, which is pretty impressive. Most all motherboards have a gigabit now. This is 2.5 gigabits, which gigabit is just 1 gigabit. This one's 2.5, so you're double and a half. And that's really going to be more, I guess, if you have the internet speeds or the capabilities of getting the internet speeds, more or less connecting to your network. If your network can support 2.5 gigabits of speed as well too. So, but yeah, you can use the latest Gen 5000 series or the 3000 series, either one will work on this motherboard. This supports up to, I want to say 64 gigabytes, if I remember correctly. It does not say. I remember reading it somewhere, though. Of course it doesn't. RAM. Excuse me. They're recommending Corsair 32216s. So I'm pretty confident this is going to support 32 gigabytes of RAM. This isn't listed here somewhere, but I remember seeing it on the actual website. The really cool thing, the thing that I really like about this motherboard is it has 4, count them, 4 M.2 slots. So that's the other big thing. And not just M.2 slots, but PCIe 4.0 M.2 slots. Now, not all 4 of them are PCIe M.2, but, oh, not this one. Okay. I'm getting my motherboards mixed up. So this one has 2 M.2 slots. The next motherboard we're going to talk about has 4. But these are both M.2 PCIe 4. So it's going to give you the fastest hard drive slots that any computer can handle currently. So this one's going to be one of the best ones. Talked about the Ethernet port being 2.5 gigabits which is great. And then it has a robust power design, cooler by design. So it's designed, the Asus ROG series, so their ROG cards are designed to tackle the heat and dissipate it very well across the motherboard, which is the number one hindrance on any performance is heat. The cooler you can get your CPU or the cooler you can get your components, the better they're going to perform, at least what they're labeled to perform at, and even overclocking too. So also another favorite feature about Asus motherboards is it's super easy to download or flashback your BIOS. Handling the BIOS in the past when I built PCs or even upgraded my parts and stuff was always a headache trying to figure out how to reflash it, or what buttons do I need, or what two prongs I need to touch together to reset the motherboard, things like that. This makes it a lot easier so that that way you can just update your BIOS whenever a new CPU comes out, or whenever a new RAM speeds coming out, or a new GPU, or anything that the motherboard needs to require an update. This makes it much easier by Asus. So that's why I always recommend them for that too. So stuff you need in a PC in the comments, because I just started building one and I have no idea what to do with it to do it. Hey, awesome. Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely, poopy head. Weird username. But yeah, I can type it out just like in a list, and then I can show you what those things are. But you'll need a CPU. Yeah, I'm gonna use acronyms because it's gonna be. I'll write it out. Processor. You'll need a motherboard, power supply, RAM, hard drive. So several different hard drive options. And then you need a PC case, of course. Windows 10. Gotta buy that. And then let's see. Cooling. That's kind of going to be important. We're going to need some option to cool your CPU, and then also cool the case. Most cases will come with everything you need for the cooling for the case, but we'll need we'll put cooling for CPU, and that's it. That's roughly it. Processor, motherboard, and graphics card. Good luck with that. But yeah, well, I'll walk you through. Do you have a budget? Are you already starting to build your PC right now? How much do you want to spend? Poopy head. But I'll start with what I recommend for a yeah, I guess because we could build a PC for a number of different ways. If it's just for school or if it's gaming. If I were to buy a PC, I'd go with one of these motherboards. So this one or this one, which this one jumps up quite a bit in price, but it is the high end. Not high end. This is one of their middle end actually for Intel. Middle end, is that a word? Did I just make that up? But this is the one that I want to go for if I were to build a new PC and get new parts. And actually, I don't want the Wi-Fi version. Let me look up and see. This is the Z590. I want the non-Wi-Fi version of this. But it looks like all of them have Wi-Fi 6E, which I just don't need. It's a waste of power and ports. Right, hey. I was expected to see you on Amazon. Well, hello, welcome. Glad to see you, man. Yeah, we're on Amazon now. We do. I enjoy talking about tech products. Like today, we're talking about whether to build a PC or buy a PC. Poopyhead in chat is asking what parts you are needing, and I'm actually just looking at some parts myself. If I were to build a PC and what components I would include into it or start with, obviously, one of the things that I've always learned is spend more of your money or more of the focus on the motherboard, and then Lego piece everything else into there. So you can start off with, a lower powered CPU, and then pull it out and put a new one in like 6 months. Once you can resell that part and then put in a new piece. But you can also get like different types of RAM, switch those out as well too. But lots of different ways to do that too. So Chrono Graphics was my handle on Mixer Twitch. Oh, yeah, I don't remember that name. I'm terrible with names. I'm so sorry. I'm better with pictures on Mixer, but hey, it's awesome that you found me from Mixer. But on Mixer, I was really more of the logo or the icon that helped me keep up with who's who. So, but hey, welcome, man. Glad to have you here. Welcome. Yeah, Amazon's pretty cool. It's a completely different type of live streaming service, and people still don't get it. But as an Amazon influencer or Amazon affiliate, as you're live and people, come to your live stream, and all we're talking about is tech products. So for me, you can talk about whatever you want. There's a lot of live streamers here on Amazon that do beauty products. So maybe that might be why you haven't seen a lot of like live streams, because a lot of people do beauty products, home stuff. Like I know there's one that does like lawnmowers and like lawn or grass cutting area stuff. There's a bunch of tech Amazoners as well too that talk about tech products. And yeah, I just started doing later afternoons. I was more in the morning time, but now we're doing later afternoons. Nice, yeah, it's really cool. And as an affiliate / influencer, and I'm obligated to tell you guys, as you guys are shopping and buying things in the carousel or just adding things to your cart, I do earn money from that directly. So it's something that you don't have to buy or subscribe to the channel or anything. It's nice for you to follow. There's a little follow button right up here, or depending on how you're watching, they have 3 different orientations or 3 different ways that you can see the follow button. It's up here sometimes on the top corner if you hover over it. It's down here on the bottom left of your screen, or bottom right actually, or it's bottom left as well too. So there's like 3 different places it could be, but there's a follow button that you can hit the follow button. It'd be really nice. It'd be cool. So, but yeah, it's been pretty awesome. I've been doing this since January. Well, I did it off and on a year ago when they first introduced it to influencers, but I've been regularly streaming here since January of this year. So it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty awesome. And this is stuff that I love talking about, is tech. So, and if I were to buy a new PC, because man, this one is really expensive, starting at $359. And the main thing I just don't like about this one is it has that wasted Wi-Fi chip built into it. So I need a lot of USB ports. And those are 4 USB. It's a slot. They could probably fit 4 more USB ports in there, but hey, I guess it is what it is. ROG Cross. I think the Crosshair. Oof. Yeah, this is it. And yeah, this does. Oh, this still has Wi-Fi, but it has so many more USB ports. This is the AMD version, of course. Good things are working out for you. Hey, thanks so much, Brian. Really appreciate it, man. Or Cybergraphics. Thanks, man. But yeah, we also stream on Twitch as well too. I haven't streamed on there for a little while because I just haven't had a game to really dive into. But once I do, then I'll be back. But I do stream on Twitch, as well as we're also live on YouTube, which Max just asked a question. Anyone able to get a 3080, 3080 Ti, 3090 from MSRP this year? The only place, or the only ways that I know of getting them are lotteries. So like EVGA, or what's the other brand? MSI, maybe MSI. I know EVGA has lotteries every month or so where they give you the opportunity to buy directly from their website. Don't want you to go there, but that or Micro Center, if you can get lucky and find one in stock. And that's just it. Like, you have to either be camping outside every day at a Micro Center and waiting, and then seeing if they got some in stock today, because they won't hold it for you. You can't order it online. So you really genuinely just have to get, like, Easy. So you should follow me on Twitch. Hey, thanks, man. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I don't stream much on Twitch now. I used to. Like we did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We did every day for a little while, but just not having a game to really kind of dive into. It's just turning the camera on and we watch YouTube videos for half an hour. So it's been or more than half an hour. It's been interesting. 3080 from Newegg earlier this year still wasn't cheap. Yeah. So you just have to genuinely be lucky, which sucks. So what I recommend is buy a whole PC with the graphics card that you want in it, and then sell the other parts, or use it as a new PC. Like, I don't know. It's really the only way you're gonna get one because I know spending $2,000 for a computer doesn't sound like you would, but it's cheaper than buying just the GPU by itself. So if I were wanting to buy an RTX 3080, which I want to, I can spend, let's say I want to buy the Asus model because I'm an Asus fanboy. I can spend $2,290 in the white or the black. That's 3090. Sorry, hold on. 3080 Ti. That's the newer one. I can spend $2,100. Wow, it's so weird. The 3080 and the 3090 are the same price. 2290. Oh, so a little different, but that's how. It's just We spend $2,200 on just the GPU itself, or we could buy this and get everything plus the 3080. I think this comes with the 3080. It doesn't say. Oh yeah. RTX 3080 from Asus, i7 11700, 16 gigs of RAM, hard drive 2 terabytes, Wi-Fi 6, everything for $400 more. So, yeah. Any good sites to buy pre-made PCs on? Yeah, Amazon. Honestly, genuinely Amazon, because we're also live on Amazon too. So, but yeah, it just depends on how much you're willing to spend. I have found a couple of them that are decent priced. By decent, I mean if you're looking for a 3070, I think you can get a 3070 for right around 16. Yeah, that was a 3060. Yeah, you get a 3070 right around $2,000. This is an Asus build. Here, I'll give you a link to this. Actually, maybe not that one. What's the one I have in the carousel? And this is a question from Alfie. Alfie, welcome. What's up, man? Oh, yeah, the SkyTech. So right at 2,000 is what I would recommend. CyberPower is also not bad either. So I actually want to look up and see what CyberPower has. I love Asus. Same, man. Ever since I started building with Asus parts, I've been in heaven. But not heaven. I've had issues with other manufacturers and building and stuff like that. Fixed them obviously, but my last build with all Asus parts was been super nice. Of course, that's personal experience. All just personal experiences. Let's see. This one's not bad. Actually, it's really good. It has an RTX 3060 in it though, but for $14.99, yeah, actually, no, yeah, this one's it. This is gonna be it. This is what I'm gonna recommend. $14.99, 2060 still gets you into literally any game that's out there with no issues at all. I'm just looking for an upgrade from the 1050 Oh, looking at 1660s. Hey, I mean, 1660s aren't bad. They aren't the best. But how much are you wanting to spend, Alfie? I can probably try to find something for you in that price range. We got time, so I'm happy to look around. It's on Amazon. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Glad to have you. We are live on Amazon Live. So if you go to amazon.com/live, you'll see. Actually, I don't know if we're on the front or what. No, we're not on the front. There's a college. We're at like number 4. But we are live to doing a build or buy PC shopping on Amazon. But if you're on YouTube, you can stay there as well too. Happy to have you there. You can also hit the subscribe button, the like button. Be happy. And yeah, we have couple of YouTube videos coming out this weekend and next week and all month actually. So I was helping a friend, which is where I saw you. Awesome. I guess were you looking at like a product? Because that's the other cool thing about being on Amazon is that you can be looking at a product page just like this, and because of the status I am on Amazon, I'm also being featured underneath the product, so it gives me a lot more exposure than any other platform I've ever been, and that's on all the products that we have in the carousel. So these desktops, these motherboards, maybe not the motherboards, yeah. So even the motherboards. So as people are shopping on Amazon, they scroll down a little bit, they'll see me. And I can maybe answer any questions and help you shop as you are looking for things here on Amazon. So it's pretty cool. Oh, looking at motherboards. Awesome. Yeah, I have 2 on here. Ones that I would actually buy. This one I want, but I don't want this. I don't want this particular one because of the Wi-Fi. Because I'm not going to use the Wi-Fi. And it only has, it looks like 4 USB ports. But it supports up to 533, which I don't know. I don't even know of any RAM that needs that speed. But dual 2.5 gigabits. I don't have 2 internet sources, but it is something nice. If you had 2 internet sources, you could hook up 2 different internet hardwired into there. And yeah, I've always built on Asus boards. I've always used the Maximum. So actually, let me look up what the Mac, because if their Strix is 359, I wonder what the Asus Maximus boards are for a 10 series. Oh, okay, yeah. 598. Whew. Jumps up there. Man, oh man. But this is only for the 10th gen. So the difference between the 10th gen and the 11th gen motherboards, the 11th gen actually supports PCI Gen 4. Is it Gen 4, Gen 3? Gen 4, which gives you the much faster hard drive speeds, which is what I'm really wanting, because I mean, I could upgrade CPUs and stick my same GPU in there, but the performance is really not going to be that different. Whereas having a PCIe 4th gen hard drive in there will be the bigger difference, the bigger differentiator, at least. So I wouldn't buy this one. I wonder if they have an 11th gen. They do. Oh, it's cheaper too. Hey, I'll take that. But they still have the here, I'll link this one. So this is the one I'd probably get. Still has that Wi-Fi 6E, which is good, but I don't use Wi-Fi for my desktop. I do run my Ethernet directly to it. Looking around 1,300 to 15. You're from the UK. That's gonna be even tougher to find. I might be able to. Let's look. We're gonna look for you, Alfie. Thanks for hanging out with us today, man. What time is it there for you? 6. Is it 6 o'clock? Almost dinner time. Yes, we can easy. So you're looking to spend about 1,300 to 1,500 pounds. You're okay with the 1660, but I think we can get you. I think we can find probably a 2000 series. I haven't looked at the UK market, so I do want to try to find something that's a little better than the 1660. Oh, and what kind of games are you gonna be playing? It's also a big deal or a big difference. This one's not bad. Yes, I'll accept your cookies. So I found one so far. Here, I'll show you. It's $8.99. i5 9000 series, RTX 2060, 16 gigs of RAM, 240 gig SSD, and then a 1 terabyte. So the main things I would say is you need to upgrade this hard drive because this is probably a regular. Yeah, it's a traditional HDD. I hope they have pictures of. They do, and it does not. Okay, so we'll leave this one. I'll link you this one, but we're probably gonna leave this one on the back burner. Maybe a last minute opportunity. Oh boy, how do I get a link for this? Hold on. Let me see. Play a lot of different games, but right now I'm playing Division 2 and Modern Warfare. I'm a big, or used to be, a big Division player myself. And I really want to get back into it. I tried so many times. And I just couldn't do it, unfortunately. Link checker. Yeah, I can't. I'll just have to give you this link. I don't know how to get a. It's a really long. Actually, can I do a link shortener? Bitly. It's a really long link. I don't like posting long links. I think we're gonna be good. We did it. So here's this one. It's okay. So it's under your budget for a couple of reasons. One, you're gonna need a really good monitor if you don't already have. You said you're gonna upgrade from your 1050. I'm not sure what monitor you have, but especially if you're gonna be looking for a better PC, I want you to get a better monitor as well too. We have a couple of monitors in the carousel to talk about today. But there's one. Hello, Jim. SSD for life. Yeah. Hey, that's a really Fazebo. Oh, it's one of the corner standing desks. Those are cool. If you have a corner like to put in your room, then absolutely. Those are fantastic. I'm using a Fazebo right now. Standing desk. Do I feel like standing up? Sure, why not? I haven't stood it today yet, so. Oh wait, can I? Yeah, I think we're okay. I haven't checked the cables in a while. All right, we're good. Nothing fell over. But yeah, standing desks are huge. Not huge, but like it's a great, especially if you spend a lot of time at your computer desk. It allows you to let the blood flow through your legs. You don't get any blood clots. So pretty nice to be able to stand and sit with the press of a button. So we're looking for a new PC for Alfie here. He's in the UK, so it's a little harder because I haven't looked at any of the UK stuff in a while. So here's a Fazebo too. Yeah. Do you have to pull the? No, just press the button. So it's three. There's three buttons that are programmed. So I have one that's for the standing, one for sitting, and then one for lower down. I'm not really sure why I have it lower down, but one for it to be really low, and then you can press up or down on the button for it to go up and down too. So, but yeah, you just press and wait, and it goes up pretty fast. It's not loud. It's not like jarring either. Actually, pretty good. Was that one I linked you to 2060? Okay. I want to find for Alfie today a 2080. At least. There's a 1660, 3070. It's over the budget. 1060, 2070, way over the budget. 1050. Yeah, this is going to be a little harder. I guess that's really going to be it. Wait. This is too good to be true. Yeah, this is fulfilled by Amazon, so I think we found it. Alfie, I think we found you one, dude. Here is. I'm going to link this to you. Let me get a shortener. This is kind of crazy. $9.89. Not bad at all. Oh, you're using the ultra wide. Nice. I'm looking to get an ultra wide for myself. So that's this PC. $9.89. It's fulfilled by Amazon, so you're gonna get it pretty fast wherever you live. I can't see because I live in the U.S., so it will ship to me. But there's a couple things that kind of call out. So it is a 3000 series CPU, Ryzen 5, but you could upgrade that if you want to a 5000 series. Don't need to. But if you want to, you could in the future or now. But the RTX 3060 is going to be the biggest deal in here, is getting that 3060 and paying less than $1,000 is awesome for everything else. Good hard drive. You're going to need more hard drive space, especially for gaming and stuff like that. 240 is not enough. It gives you a terabyte hard drive, but that's going to be your traditional HDD, the one that if you drop it, it's going to crack or something. So I would recommend, this is $100, getting the M.2 hard drive, NVMe M.2 hard drive. Actually, let me see if this computer has an M.2. It looks like it does, but I can't see. Oh boy. And the specs don't tell you. So once you get it, see if it has an M.2 NVMe hard drive slot. And if it does, then great. If it doesn't, you can just do traditional SSDs. But you're going to definitely need more than 240 for gaming and stuff like that. So, which one is yours? I have it in the carousel, Jim. I think I do at least, but I will list it for you. Un momento. It is. Fosibo. And I was really, I'd been looking at these for a long time because I was really skeptical on what I wanted to do. Because I had been looking at other standing desk, and the price of them were so much higher, $600, $700. And I came to Amazon and looked and saw that these were available, really good ratings. I watched a couple of YouTube videos, which I should make a YouTube video for this desk as well too. And I got it. I put it together. It's really easy to put together. The only thing I have to say is this desk comes in two pieces, like the actual wood part. And in the pictures, it doesn't look like that. If you look closer, like look at these, it looks like it's one solid piece. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just kind of shocking that it really doesn't match the picture at all. I mean, it does. Everything else matches the picture, even like the little hump that comes out of the bottom here. You will see that. But this is like the trackpad that allows you to make it go up and down. You can program it. Program it. It's very easy. You just hold the S, press the number on the height that you want it. At its tallest height, like what I have it right now, it's not super wobbly. Now I have a camera, and the camera will shake a little bit. Maybe it doesn't, but it's not wobbly. It doesn't feel unstable or anything like that. So, but for the price, like especially for the price, it's definitely been. I've been very happy with it. Other than, and here's my desk. You see where it kind of splits in the middle? Again, not a huge deal. It's just weird that it doesn't show that in the pictures when you buy it. So, yeah. Don't mean to derail the flow. No, this is what the live stream's all about. I don't have a flow. You are the flow. So when you guys ask questions and stuff like that, that's I'm happy to bounce around different topics because you guys are shopping. You don't have much time. We don't like most of our viewers don't spend a whole like hour while you're watching. If it's something specific in the carousel that you're looking for, I'm happy to switch over to it. Plus, I think we've got Alfie squared away. I think he's good to go. This is a really good PC for the price. I think that converts to about $1,200 in US dollars or $1,100. But just the fact that it's in stock, there's only 2 left, and has a 3060. I think it's a really good PC. So, good luck, Alfie. If you do get it, let me know. And then I was looking at this motherboard. So this, I have the Maximus 13, I think it's the number. Yeah, 13 in my PC right now, but mine's for the 9th gen. So this would be a step up. The biggest thing with this, and here I'll link this for you guys if you guys are interested. The biggest things with this is it gives me that PCI 4.0 slots. And I feel like that's where you're going to see the biggest improvements in performance, because that's the same like type of hard drives that the new consoles are using to give them that boosted speed when they're, launching games up a lot faster too. So 14 plus 2 power stages, I'm not sure what that is. The higher clock speeds for RAM, I'm not super into getting higher clock speeds for RAM, but hey, we could. if there's some type of important, like, big improvement with having 533 or 5333 RAM, then yeah, I'll upgrade to that then. But yeah, this is the one. So this one has 4 onboard M.2 slots. 4 of them, count them, 4 of them. 2 of them are going to be 4.0, which is great. The other 2 are going to be 2.0, which my motherboard currently has 2 M.2 slots, but those are PCIe 3.0, which the big difference between the two, and we can talk about that now, is here is the M.2 4.0 Samsung SSD. Right now it's on sale for $199. Well, yeah, $199, regular $229. So the main difference, I guess, let me go backwards a little bit. So SSDs are, thanks, no problem, Alfie, no problem. Thank you. Regular SSDs are going to be what most computers have in them nowadays. Let me look up a Samsung SSD. Let's be fair. Let's keep it fair. One of the top selling hard drives is this one here. It's a Amazon Choice, top rated, well priced, and ships immediately. So you can get these all day, every day. 143, which is a good price. These will read and write at a speed of 560 to 530 megabits per second. Pretty impressive, especially coming from a regular HDD or a regular hard drive. And what that means, or what that translates to when you're using it on a daily basis, let's say you're downloading a game. You get your game downloaded. Great. Now you need to open your game. You need to, load up the game, let it load up and like put all the processing stuff from the hard drive to what you could visually see. And then your graphics card takes over and kind of processes all that stuff. But your daily use, especially when you're gaming, is the performance of the hard drive. From downloading to uploading content, like when you're moving around the screen and stuff like that, all that really plays into a bottleneck. And really, the most of your bottleneck is going to be coming from your hard drive. So, I got banned from Twitch on the stream. Off now. Cool. Awesome, Jedi. Good to know. Hey, enjoy your lunch. I need to get lunch here soon as well, too. I didn't see what time it was. Holy cow. Hey, bro, how's it going? Shady night. It's going fantastic. fantastic, man. We're talking about hard drives now and the differences in them. So here's your traditional SSD that you would get. Next would be your traditional M.2. This one that we have here. It's $109, great price. The only downfall, the only opportunity with this hard drive is not many computers have the capabilities of having them installed into them. You have to have an open slot available for it or replace one that's already has one in there. You can't really just add it to any PC as you could. Well, in most cases, you could add more hard drive SATA cables to an SSD than you can in M.2. So that's the main opportunity that M.2 hard drives have is the ability to be able to do that. So the next thing, well, we didn't really talk about the other one. So we talked about the regular SSD, not giving you 560 megabits per second. That's great. It's going to be really fast, especially compared to like a regular hard drive. And upgrading to an or SSD leaps and bounds faster than your traditional hard drives. Well, 560 megabits, and now going to this type of hard drive, this is going to give you 3,500 megabits per second, which is awesome. Huge increase. Some of the Evos are nice. Yeah, they are super nice. That's what I normally put in my computer. So I have the regular SSD in a computer, and as well as these in there as well too. So again, that's the only catch is you don't have that many of these slots available in most PCs nowadays. So you are limited in capacity for that. Ended up buying the base to the standing desk for my wife, and then plan on buying an IKEA countertop. That's perfect. Yeah, if you're handy with tools and you can cut and drill. I guess the drilling part is not hard, but cutting the wood to be the right size, then you're hunky-dory. I've never cut wood I own a saw. I've never cut wood myself. Kind of scared to cut my own hand off. But yeah, that's a way better way to do it. Because you get the legs, the base, and then you can pick your own countertop. You can pick your own texture, wood. Actually get wood. Because what I got with this is plywood, or like I won't say fake wood. It's wood, but it's like compressed wood. That's the word, compressed wood. And I mean, it does the job. Like I've spilled water on this, and it hasn't like warped or anything. It's been pretty rugged. Hello, Chopper. My puppy's awake now. But yeah, it's been fairly sturdy. I've had it about 6 months now, since March. Not 6 months, like 4 months. But yeah. I'm the one to get even if it's two pieces. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's not a big deal if you are a fan, because I'm a bigger fan to have like a desk mat. I need to actually get one. I'm currently using a Logitech mouse. I don't know if there's a way to zoom out some. I'm currently using this Logitech mouse pad that is completely wireless. It charges my mouse as I use it, so that's cool. But I really want to get a desk pad, and then I'll never see that line ever. So it's not, like I said, it's not too bothersome, because that's where I normally keep my keyboard. So not really a big deal that it's there. It's just kind of weird that it was never like pictured like that. I would have still gotten it, because again, the price for that particular desk is better than anything else I've ever found. So, but the one that you linked, I mean, it's $100 more, but that's a bigger desk. So especially if you are going to put your desk in a corner, that's one thing I kind of wish I had, like extra space. I mean, like, this is a pretty big desk already at 55 inches, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it really depends on where you're going to be putting your desk. So I considered getting the corner one, but I don't have a corner that I'm wanting to put my desk at currently. But now I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to put it in that corner. Like the depth from the monitor. Oh yeah, for the corner one, because yeah, that gives you. Let's look at this again real quick. Whoops. I went back too far. Watch it over here now. Cryo, thanks so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. While you're here, hit the like button. It'd be great. I wish there was like a way to get like a notification for whenever somebody pressed the like button. It'd be kind of cool. Running two 8 terabyte Cerebit Rocket M.2 drives in my setup. Had a screaming deal on the drives. I'd hope so. 8 terabytes. Those have to be over $1,000 each. So hopefully, yeah, you got a good deal. Those are awesome hard drives. Oh man, my eye. I'm gonna sit back down now. Also, something is in my eye. Nope, it is not coming out. Give me 1 second. Let me go try to wrench my eye out really fast. Oh, I don't have a BRB scene. Oof. Is it this one? Nope. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I think I got it. It's still bothering me though. Eyelash, something like that. Yeah, we might have to end because I cannot keep my eye open while the lights are on. Turn the lights off. Lights off, it's okay. Lights on, not so much. Yeah, definitely not so much. Sorry, guys. I'll have to go ahead and end it now because I cannot keep. This eye is definitely irritating me. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, it's not going away. We'll be live again later on today, this evening actually, to play some Nintendo Switch with the new Power A controller. Normally $1,400 each. Already and subscribe. Hey, thanks so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Sorry we're ending a little early. Something got into my eye and it's definitely bothering me. And I can't read chat or even talk about what we're looking at if I can't keep my eyes open. So, guys, have a great rest of your day. Deuces.